Hi guys, and welcome back. We are live streaming for the last time today. I'm here with Tara and Ian. We're recapping, talking a little bit about our favorite parts of the day. Tara, what was your favorite part?
I think my favorite part was, actually, I'm gonna pick on Ian. Seeing Ian and Adrian sit up here and talk, I just thought that was funny for some reason, because again, they're really close. So picking on Ian, that was my favorite part, because I was so tickled about that. But I really enjoyed all the service launches and getting for us to talk to the product groups. But what about you?
Oh, definitely service launches.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit disappointed that our team member Randall's not here to be on
Yes.
screen with us.
Randall,
but
we miss you.
We miss you, Randall.
Come back, Randall.
But definitely the Glue service launch was the highlight of the day for me. There's been a lot of positive reaction to that from customers that I've seen on social media, so I'm super happy with it. I think it's great. Yeah.
I've been bouncing all over the place today. Something new that we've been doing that I don't know if we've done in the past is I've been loving the startup lightning talks. So there's been a whole agenda of startups going in doing really quick little talks about like what they're working on, what they're building. So some of those have been really cool, and it's nice to see that front and center, because as soon as you walk in, you can kind of see like stuff is happening, and it's like a little mini Ask the Architects bar.
Yeah, if you don't know about this, we have something called the AWS Loft, which is a permanent location that startup customers can physically come to and hang out with AWS solutions architects, other customers. We run education sessions and sometimes hackathons and workshops there as well. And we've got a miniature version of the AWS Startup Loft outside in the lobby area at the Javits today here in New York. We've got these locations permanently in San Francisco and here in New York City as well. So if you're in one of those locations, you can check those out. Actually going to be coming to London with the AWS Loft again in September this year, and we run those in other locations around the world as well. So you can check that out on the AWS website at awsamazon.com/AWS Loft, I think.
I think /AWS Loft. And then kind of a side note on this one, a lot of the lofts are also co-working spaces. So like I know that the New York one, not only is it startup resources, but we host a ton of meetups there, and it's a co-working space, so you can go there and you can hang out and you can talk to the AWS architects, and you can network with other people that are working on kind of the same technical challenges as you are in person. So it's a really cool resource that I wish I had when I was working at a startup.
All you need for that is an AWS account ID.
Yeah.
If you have an AWS account ID, you can use the co-working space. It's a pretty cool facility to use.
Yeah, and the workshops there. I think people, it's not just for startups. So if you wanted to know more about serverless or running microservices with ECS or Glue or anything, there's workshops. We did the Wild Ride serverless workshop there recently. So go and check out all the stuff they have. It's not just for startups. It covers the gamut, co-working, everything. I will have to do one thing. I need to shout out the IoT makerspace. Hopefully people at the Loft actually went down there and saw it. Phenomenal. I mean, all types of, if you're in IoT, all types of devices, all type of cool products. It was really cool. So I didn't get a chance to spend as much time as I wanted to down there, but hopefully people took advantage of, working with the devices and really having an architect there that could help you. And if you didn't, Maker Studio, right? We have the Twitch show, so.
I've liked the range this year. Like I feel like you have the dev chats going on in one corner, which feel kind of like office hours for the services. You have demos going on. We've been talking to service leaders all day. We've been doing recaps all day. The startup stuff is going on out there. You have customer meetings. You have the expo. You have the regular sessions. So there's a ton of variety, and I love seeing like moving away from either just the sessions or just the expo into more like, maybe I'm not comfortable in a session, maybe I need some more personal attention, and then you have office hours, you have demos.
Or like they made you whiteboard everything.
I've been whiteboarding a lot today.
There's whiteboards everywhere in this sector.
Right,
every booth's got a whiteboard on it.
If you went to my ECS office hours, it was just me whiteboarding by myself.
Where's the whiteboard up here? We forgot the whiteboard for Abby.
I
asked,
and the people wanted what they wanted.
Let's save that for reInvent. I think for reInvent we need the whiteboard and we need one of those sponsor walls behind us like they have at Formula One as well.
I think maybe I'll just I'm going to get one of those like whiteboards on wheels, and I'm just going to walk it around with me, and I'm going to be like, stop diagram.
Maybe we could get a sandwich board that is a whiteboard and people can just write on you. What do you think?
That's going to be the next poll, guys. I'm going to use Randall's demo, and it's how should Abby carry around a whiteboard at reInvent? Is it wheels, a sandwich board, or whether they should just pen me in this little area right behind Twitch, and it's like, come visit the captive evangelist as she whiteboards reference architecture.
Guys, we have a poll out there too on Twitch about what was your favorite. So we're talking about some of the things we really liked here while we were here, but you have an opportunity to talk back to us. So there's a poll out there. What was your favorite launch? We would love to hear from you what you liked most.
We'd love to hear your feedback in the Twitch chat as well. So if you've got any feedback on the streaming today or on the event as you've seen it remotely via Twitch, then let us know. We can use that to improve the streams that we deliver from events in the future. So let us have your feedback, yeah?
I guess that would be a good thing to say. If you are interested in some of the shows we have on Twitch, if you go to aws.amazon.com/Twitch, you can see some of the shows we were talking about today. The Maker Studio, of course, Randall's great show. We wish you, Randall, get well soon. And all of the other great shows that are out there with Twitch. Again, we're looking for your feedback to try to make that better, so please do that. And of course, you've probably seen Abby doing her whiteboarding out there.
Always whiteboarding.
Always be whiteboarding. That's a new shirt I'm getting made for you. It's done.
And definitely looking forward to kind of doing the same thing. I love that we've been testing out new formats for that. So the range of content has been really cool. Like I love following along with like Randall builds projects. The makerspace has been really cool. Like it's awesome to have a format where people can engage with us, and we're a pretty reachable team. So if you miss a live broadcast and you still have a question, we all tweet possibly too much.
No comments.
But you can always ask questions and kind of engage with us the rest of the time. And we love questions about service launches and features and stuff like that.
So we just got a question. Tricky Tater said, who are our biggest customers of AWS? That's a loaded question, I think. What do you think?
I'm going to say visit the AWS website.
Good answer.
Go to /solutions/case studies.
I was going to say, so we have a really nice case study.
Yeah, there's hundreds of example use cases there talking about a lot of different aspects of AWS usage. Something else you might want to do is watch back some of the keynotes from the Summit series this year, or even some of the keynote videos from AWS reInvent. That'll give you a few big clues as to who substantial users of AWS are today. I think that's the politically correct way to answer that question.
That was the right way to do it.
Yeah.
It seems like the poll, you guys are really digging Glue and Macy, so that's really cool. The polls stay out there. We want to hear back from you, and we're here to answer your questions. We know that you guys were a little concerned that we left you so early, so we're here for you and whatever questions you want while we're wrapping up today. Any other recaps you really kind of liked?
Well, I wanted to say that my favorite thing was the Froyo line, but I have been unable to make any progress.
There's quite a few lines in the expo area here today with booths that have got cool little features on them. I don't know if you can see over our shoulder here, or even hear this clicking noise in the background, but there's a booth over here that has a Wheel of Fortune style spinning wheel, which is giving attendees the opportunity to win different items of swag, from socks to gloves to stickers, which is behind me on the Spark Post booth, right behind the broadcasting booth here.
And someone earlier was giving away, I think, raffling off a Switch at their booth. And
yeah, that is a pretty popular attraction.
I've been trying for so long. Randall has a Switch, and we played Mario Kart at the London Summit, and it is so cool. And I want one, and they were so hard to find, and I cannot believe I'm so jealous.
Did you even try? Did you get in line?
I did not know until I saw the announcement that someone won it, and I was like,
but wait, I wanted
it. Lots of cool. I also heard there was a hot dog stand, and I have not seen the hot dog stand.
I didn't see it or smell it, so I'm not sure.
I didn't smell it either, yeah.
I'm not sure.
See, they needed to have multiple, since it was Pinkberry, we needed to have multiple ice cream stands around so the line wouldn't be so long.
The evangelism team will vouch that I am always about the food, and that I like to stop at all the food stations.
Yeah, the poll is staying the same. Looks like Glue and Macy's are you guys' favorite thing. But again, reach out to us we all tweet. I am Tara W on Twitter, and Abby is?
I'm at Abby Fuller. I'm not super creative.
I'm at E&M with 4 M's. 1M, 2M, and 3Ms had already gone when I joined Twitter, so E&M with 4Ms. Find us on Twitter.
And a ton of stuff to catch up on today. So even if you missed the keynote, there's our recaps, there's blog posts from Jeff, from Tara, from Randall. There's tons of tweets out there. There's tons of other people kind of posting about it and showing videos, and decks will start to go up at some point.
Yeah,
from
check
the
out
sessions that you
the
missed.
social media accounts for the AWS Community Heroes as well, because Mark Ninakovan
absolutely.
and Drew Furman and a couple of other Community
Yeah.
Heroes, Ryan from Make Cloud Guru, have been here today and have been tweeting photos and session highlights as well. So find those guys on Twitter as well and
Yeah,
stay
especially
up to date with what they're up to as well.
Yeah, the sessions are great, and seeing, I've been following some of you guys on Twitch and on Twitter, and seeing what you're posting for the sessions. So the ones that I couldn't see, I really appreciate that you guys are tweeting out, presentation slides and everything else. I'm actually getting to go to the sessions without going to them, so that kind of works out. Yeah,
it's nice because it's like you can never make it to all of them until
Right.
the slides come up. So like I love when people have like outsourced it for me, when I can go and be like, well, here are some really cool slides from the EC2
edited
session.
highlights.
Right, exactly. By the way, in this session they talked about blah. Yeah, it's great. So again, this, keep it coming. We again want to engage with you guys. So and you still are just loving Glue and Macy's. It's just like the poll is staying the same. So, but we're glad. I'm sure the Glue and Macy's server teams are glad you're enjoying that service too. Anything else that we did not recap for today? So we talked about your ice cream. We got to make sure we have the food covered.
In Sirius, we talked about service launches.
We
We talked
did.
about our favorites. We've covered some of the highlights, I think, of
Talked
being
about the
around
loft,
here. Yeah.
and it's a good resources for people to go to.
And the Maker Studio.
What we didn't talk about too is the online tech talks. We got about that. So if you guys are interested in some of the launches and things that come up, what's a great way to follow up with that is we have the online tech talks that you can actually get in their live webinars where you have experts on these subjects actually go out, talk about them, demo, and give you a little bit more than maybe you got in our brief recaps if you did miss it. So that's another good way to really get into the services.
Yeah, check out awsamazon.com/webinars for that, and you'll find new services that have been announced today will be covered over the next couple of months with a lot more detail about how to get started with those services as well. I'm sure there'll be some sessions coming up on Glue and Macy and on some of the enhancements to the security services portfolio that we heard about in the keynote this morning. So you'll find that in the webinars.
Yeah.
I think
webinars that are upcoming.
I think the most excited I am whenever new stuff comes out is that in in a week and 2 weeks, you start seeing the stuff that people are building with them, and those are even cooler. I said if you wait just a little bit, the stuff from us is cool, the stuff from the Community Heroes is awesome, but what you guys build with it is even better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So seeing those trickle through is my favorite.
Because you're living and breathing real world scenarios that are totally phenomenal. Another thing that I really must mention, I was so glad that Chris, even though it's still in beta, the SAM local, where I'm literally can be off Wi-Fi, no connection, and still write and test my serverless applications. Really was digging that. That was a cool recap. So if you guys are interested in that, go to GitHub under AWS Labs and its serverless application model. Check that out. Really powerful stuff. Anything else, guys?
That's all for me.
All right. Well,
That's all from me.
thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.